you probably expected it since I'm from Serbia. My first question is related with Novak Djokovic and his cooperation with Andy Murray. How will Andy affect Novak's game, and what new can he bring to him?
Well, first, I think the I think the main reason is that they're good friends. That's the first thing. I think that we don't really know how friendly Roger, Rafa, Novak, and Andy have been over the years. We think that they were the four, fierce competitors. And of course they were, but we don't know exactly. So I think it tells me that they have been good friends for a while or whatever. That's a good start. Andy Murray has practiced. He has played against Sinner, practiced with Sinner, played Alcaraz, practiced, seen them in the locker room. He's played Zverev, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, practiced with all. So he can bring that information. Okay, Novak knows how to beat them all, of course. But there might be one little detail here and there where Andy says something like, hey, when I saw you beat Zverev 5 years ago, you did this. Today you played him and you did that. Why? Why are you changing? Or I played Zverev or Alcaraz a couple years ago, and I noticed one thing on his backhand, and there might be a few details, because we have to remember that for Novak Djokovic to win the Australian Open, when it's 4-all and deuce, and Novak is returning, yeah, he needs to break that serve, win 5-4, and then hold serve to 6-4. It's only 1 or 2 points. It's not like it's 50 to 100 points difference, but it's 1 or 2 points here and there, and the little details are so small, and Andy Murray has all that information. And then I think for Novak to be able to play a match and then to go into the locker room and to speak to Andy Murray about his match and sit there and maybe laugh about it or whatever, talk about, can you believe this point at 2-1, 15-30, I hit this forehand. I haven't hit a forehand like that. And Andy Murray goes, oh my God, Novak, you're out of your mind. You're crazy. This is so fun. Wow, unbelievable. So there's so much enjoyment, I think, that this relationship will bring for the two of them. And as you can tell, for the rest of us, I mean, it's just so much fun. I think on a serious note, I think it's going to be great for both of them. I think it's great for Novak. I think it'll be great for Andy Murray's coaching career, because clearly that's what he wants to do, I think. So for me, it's positive, positive, positive. And can it help? Oh, for sure it can help.
The Australian Open main draw starts in a few days. What are your predictions? Can Novak win another title, or do you have another favorite?
So I saw Novak's match against, well, I saw both matches in Brisbane actually, and in his loss against Riley Opelka, I thought he played well. He will play better in the Australian Open. 3 out of 5 sets will help Novak big time. Like, it's such a much easier for someone like Novak to play 3 out of 5 sets than it is 2 out of 3 sets. It's so much harder for all the other players to play 3 out of 5 sets because they're not used to it. Novak physically looked good. He served well. He played most probably the worst possible opponent that you can ever play when he plays against Riley Opelka. So to me, that loss makes zero difference to me. Can Novak win the Australian Open? Of course he can win. Is he the favorite to win it? Before the tournament starts, if he doesn't have to play against Yannick Sinner or Carlos Alcaraz, then Novak Djokovic is the favorite because he's not losing to anybody else. I really don't believe he's going to lose to anyone else except Sinner and Alcaraz. Maybe Alexander Zverev, maybe. But if you put Novak in the semifinals against Yannick Sinner, it's tough to say Novak is still the favorite to win that match. That is difficult to say. It's very close to 50-50. Maybe Yannick Sinner, a little bit of a favorite because of the end of last year, number one in the world. His confidence is high, on and on. But I think in Novak's mind, I would assume that he thinks he is very close to being the favorite to win. So, and I have to say, I think Novak will win a Grand Slam this year. I don't know if it's the Australian Open or if it's Wimbledon, but I do think last year to me was a surprise that he didn't win. And it was no surprise that he won the Olympic gold. So I do think he's going to win one more Grand Slam at least before his career is over. And the Australian Open seems to be the most obvious. So he's one of the three big, big, big favorites to me.
Novak is in his late tennis years, and his goals are quite different than a few years ago. In your opinion, what will Djokovic's season look like, and can he further push the boundaries of tennis?
Yeah, he can further push the boundaries of tennis. I think he's already pushing the boundaries of tennis because he's 38 years old. And, when I watch him play, I look at him in Brisbane and I say, oh, yeah, 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 that's Novak Djokovic. He won three Grand Slams in 2024. So, yeah, no wonder he looks like the way he looks. So, yeah, Novak is, to me, the one of the happiest days of my life as a tennis analyst was the day that Novak not it wasn't the day he won his 23rd Grand Slam title, but it was the day that he won his 24th Grand Slam title because he was okay, that's it, done. Novak is the best player of all time. We can stop talking about who is the best, who is the whatever. Novak is the best player in the world. And now everybody wants to see Novak win another two or three or four or five Grand Slam because he's basically going to the moon. He's doing things that other athletes are looking at him and they're going, hold on, Novak Djokovic in an individual sport is still winning gold medals at the Olympics. He's 38 years old. He has no help from anybody. How good can a human being and what boundaries can we push? Well, Novak is one of maybe well, actually, now he's one of maybe nobody anymore because Tom Brady is not playing anymore American football. Tiger Woods is not playing anymore. And Novak Djokovic is still playing. So he's one of very, very few human beings that are still pushing the envelope being an athlete. So Novak is every year that he keeps playing and he keeps winning, he's taking the thing higher and higher. And in the end, he's going to become one of these human beings that have told us, "Hey, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. We can do better than that. Better, 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 better." Until the end, Novak is becoming such a human being legend because of what he's doing in my eyes.